Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Watch Therapy. Today, we have this sweet looking Seiko 5. It's the SSK025. Let's take a moment to connect here on My Watch Therapy. You start by seeing this really long strap. Oh my goodness. Like a choo-choo train. There it goes. It's pretty long. I'll tell you why in a moment. First of all, I just want to thank all my viewers, and I'll tell you what, my subscriber list is going up, and I'm just proud. I'm proud that this many people give a rip about what I have to say. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you consider hitting that button. It does go a long way for me, and I'm not quite to a level where I'm getting any sort of monetary pay for this. I wish I was, because I would buy a new camera. That's my hope. So won't you help out? Just hit that button real quick, and then sit back and watch this video. Take a look at this. I'm noticing some really cool, like, graining texture to that dial. If you look real close there, I think it's coming out. And the loom, look at those numbers. Those numbers are just popping. The amount of loom is nuts. It's nuts. Well, look at that. I can just do it right there. All the numbers loomed. GMT hand loomed, of course, in the hour and minutes. And one of the touches I like, because there's several, and this watch is for sale at Tick Tock Shop. I'll put information and a link in the description if you want it to be yours. And one thing I will say is look at the seconds hand. Look how fine that point gets after the loomed area. It just is like a needle, a long one. They did an amazing job. Like, how do you make something like that without like bending it or having it just sort of fall off? I mean, it must weigh something you can't even weigh. It's so light to be able to do that. It's got a nice doming to that hardlex crystal, not sapphire. Sorry to disappoint. People are pretty faithful to sapphire. I think to keep costs down, they just made their own proprietary hardlex crystal. Made it years ago. They put it on millions of watches. They're that confident. So I believe it probably is great quality. It's not sapphire, but that's not necessarily the bee's knees, you know? One thing I did notice about this watch is the proportions to me are interesting. It's 39.4 millimeters across, right? And the thickness, it's quite thick, especially with that double strap right there. Then you've got the screw back case, then the bezel, then the crystal. It's pretty thick. So it wears big in that sense. But on my 17 centimeter circumference wrist, which is close to 7 inches, I just found that, let me zoom out a little here. I found that it wears a little bit small. Look at that. It wears a little small. So I think you could go down to a 6-inch wrist on this. And, you know, it's all preference, but it could go up to about 7.25. Then I think it just starts looking pretty small. Even though, you know, it's basically 40 millimeters, it wears small, but it does wear thick. I will say that. The strap is really interesting. Like you saw how long it is. It's crazy long. Super supple. I mean, it's as soft as a baby's you know what. It is very soft. So it's kind of, you know, it's like a NATO strap in the sense that you go through right? I'll just sort of quickly do this. If you have a really small wrist, you know, you're going to cinch it up pretty small like that. Then go through this guy right here. And that one. And pull it taut, right? So you've got that so far. And then you loop it back. Like so, right? So if you have a large wrist, it's, you know, it's probably just going to be closer to something like that. Smaller wrist, it's just highly adjustable. I mean, look how many holes are in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's super cool, though. It kind of reminds me, Hear Me Now, because it is a part of their Field Watch series. To me, it's a little like a little Swiss Army feel to it. Okay? A little bit of a Swiss Army feel. It doesn't have a rotating bezel, unfortunately. But it's just got that sort of like, you could be out in the mountains with it. You could be a lot of places in nature. And it just looks tough. It is tough. It's got, again, a little bit of a Swiss Army look in my eyes. Not a ton, but some. But it's also for travel, right? It's got the GMT hand there. Yeah, I love the point. I love, on the seconds hand, I love that texture to the dial. I love the copious amounts of lume. It does have a display case back, which is not really well, you can't really see it necessarily with this type of strap. But you can see there's a strap hole for your aperture strap hole, so you can put a tool in there and pop this off. But it's pretty covered up with this current guy's. It's got a nice, look at that edge to that Hardlex crystal there for their display case back on this 4R35 movement. 4R34, sorry. It gives you can see the rotor in there just barely. 41 hours of power reserve. But more importantly, it's got 24 joules, which is a really good amount of joules for a watch that is $415 retail suggested. Talk to Jonathan at Tick Tock Shop if you're interested. But the amount of joules, I mean, you know, if you know, joules are put generally in places of high wear, high use areas, high touch areas, where there's wear points that over time the mechanism can start to literally wear on itself, which doesn't help with longevity. So this watch has got joules in just the right spots. That's what the joules are for. High wear spots, and the joules are extremely hard and durable and extends the life of the movement and thus the watch. I'd say 24 joules for $415 that's good numbers. That's good math. I like that. Very cool. Seiko 5. I'm so proud of you. Beautiful. So this has been my watch therapy. I hope it's been therapeutic for you. I hope you consider, if you haven't already, subscribing to my channel so you can get more of my videos without having to go searching around. They'll just pop right up on your feed. Thank you so much. We also are going to have some more features on the website real quick. Super Thanks is now turned on, right? You can do a one-time purchase, a customized comment and sticker. And I'm going to be setting up membership soon. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, please just enjoy the videos and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.